G'day, Lucky Robots team. My name is Scott. I recently applied for the technical level design position and thought I would record a quick video of the project I was tinkering away at. So it's a little soccer simulation where the robots will try to path to the opposite side of the ball to the goal, and then they'll face the ball and try to punch the ball into the goal. Originally, I was trying to do kicking, but the Walker policy didn't really enjoy kicking. I think that, from my understanding, they're like trained on data, and it wasn't really trained to stand on one leg, which makes sense. So we went with punching instead. Um, yeah, there were a couple of issues I had to overcome with this. The two separate physics engines were a bit confusing at first. I'm like, why is there two separate physics engines? It ended up working in my favor a bit because I realized that the Mujiko, I think is how you pronounce it, that physics engine, when I would create a second robot, there would be some weird interaction with the collider. Like I could see if I turned on colliders where the ball's collider would appear to have two instances of the same collider, whereas each robot would interact with a different instance of the collider, but they wouldn't align up. So I ended up changing them all to these Jolts colliders, which I noticed are working correctly, but then they wouldn't interact with the physics of the robots because they're different physics system. So I put Jolts spheres on their hands so they could still interact with the ball, and all the environment has. Oh, there we go. One just scored. All the environment has both colliders on it. This was just, I guess, a hack fix that I figured out while I was tinkering around with it to get working what I wanted to work. Yeah, so they can score. They'll try to go to the opposite side of the ball from the goal. They'll try to take an arc around the side of the ball so they don't like try to walk through it. I had points where they would, if the ball was right on the edge of the wall, it would try to walk into the wall and get stuck. So there's some logic in there as well to make sure the agent can detect when it's stuck and sort of reset and just look at the ball and walk forwards. He might do it over here. I did this with a mix of Claude through your agent terminal thing here, and just writing my own code. I noticed that the agent interface within the LuckyEngine would chew up a lot of Claude credits, so I ended up just making small changes myself, which is fine because I have experience with C#, so it's relatively easy to go in there and make changes once I sort of had a basic understanding of what was going on in the components. Yeah, I guess a quick bit about myself. I have been employed at Immutable for over 6.5 years as a senior game engineer. I recently finished up and am actively looking for new positions. I have a bit over 15 years experience in Unity on a lot of different projects, including obviously like 3D ones and things very similar to this sort of style. At Immutable, I worked on a card game, which is a bit not quite maybe in line with what is required here, but yeah, my experience outside of that is quite a lot. Yeah, they're not the brightest tools in the shed, these little guys, but they're trying. Oh, is he going to punch it? There we go. Anyway, yeah, I've sent through an application, so I'm interested to hear what you think, and yeah, I'd love to chat to you. See ya. Thank you.